Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wait, other way round. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You have reached the podcast of Spaghetti Junction Podcast because my name is Gareth.
My name is Bruce.
And we talk about things we just enjoy doing them, although we don't know where it's going to go. Hey, fun and games.
Yeah.
Good old felt like a light one today.
Yeah, pretty much. This is going to be a light one, this is going to be interesting considering we're both absolute diehard music junkies.
Yeah. So we're going
It's
in
definitely
on,
a topic that we haven't approached.
No. So we're going to chat about names of bands that are absolutely strange or maybe may not make sense or sound way too bizarre to be true, but probably are true. And
yeah.
And then we'll chat about those bands. And then like in the middle of it all, I've got a band's name that I've made up. Bruce has got a band name that he's made up, and we're going to try and guess out of it all which it might be. Yes, Bruce.
It's like we're playing a version of Band Game Balderdash. If you've ever played Balderdash, yeah, whole bunch of answers, but one of them's fake and the other ones are real.
Yes.
What I'm interested, what I'm interested to see is if any of our band names overlap that we actually found, because we didn't talk about.
There's so many out there. If it is, it'll be amazing. Because I've never heard
what?
No, because the ones which I've never heard of them in my life before.
Okay, I think there might be one or two that might overlap. 100%. I'm hopeful. Cautiously.
Definitely not. I'll be surprised. Like there's there's no way.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Not the names which I found, but if there is, that's damn impressive.
All right. Cool. I must say I do have two names on my list that people might be well known. They might be a little bit more well known, but they're still really weird names. So
but now here's the thing: we're supposed to be putting in one of the band's names will be our random name. Are you going to be talking about the band? That's a random.
Oh
name?
Yes. Oh yeah. I've got a full bio here.
Let's go. Nice.
I've got a story about them.
Wow, you actually got more involved than I did,
dude. I once I got the name, like I said to you, the name came to me at the last minute, and once I got the name, the bio just flowed.
You made a whole bio.
Well, okay, it's not long, but
but still,
yeah. It just came out. I'm like, where the hell did this come from?
Okay.
All right.
You want to? Yeah. Let's go. You want?
All right. So,
and this is also for the people listening or watching. Just a good load of fun, and then also try and write down what you think could be the one that Bruce has made up and the one that I've made up. Good luck on that.
Yeah. Right. So, first band on my list is a band called Okely Dokely.
Okely Dokely.
Now,
okay.
I
will forget the names. Yes, carry on.
So if you've watched The Simpsons, you'd know the phrase Okely Dokely.
Yeah.
Yes. So the band is they're an American screamcore band. Okay. So they're a metal band.
Screamcore.
Yeah, they're a metal there. So it's crazy heavy screaming metal stuff.
Okay.
And every member of the band dresses up as Ned Flanders. So you've got 5 guys in the band, all dressed up as Ned Flanders. I'm talking brown hair, glasses, mustache, stupid cardigan, pink shirt, the whole deal. Yeah. And then they proceed to bring the extreme metalcore, screamcore music to the masses, hopefully to Springfield and beyond. So
beyond.
They're literally called Okely Dokely. That's the name of the band. And they're all dressed. They all look like Ned Flanders. I remember my friend Damien introduced me to them about a couple of years ago. I'm like, dude, he comes in and was like, have you heard of this band called Okely Dokely? I'm like, what? You serious? I'm like, no, it's actually a thing. So you haven't heard of them?
No. Like I said, I doubt I'm going to hear yours. Oakley Dokley's. No.
Yeah. Oakley Dokley.
Okay. I'm basically writing down every band with which you say. And obviously we're not allowed to Google search them because that will defeat the purpose of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a band that I would not want that I wouldn't listen to, besides the name.
Yeah, it's not your vibe.
Not the style of music, no. But oh crap! Hold on, bud. I just lost my link of all the bands that I had. Son of a gun. Hold on, bud.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Give me a chance.
This is why I'm still a fan of the. This is why
I know you gotta write it down.
Pen and paper, old school, baby.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. Let me look at my list. I do have a list.
Cool.
Don't mind me. Okay. Son of a gun. Where did I put my list? Oh, right, people. This is called Gareth's not ready, but he is ready. Okay. Okay. Some of mine bands have profanities, so you know.
Yeah, I've noticed that there are quite a few. Flipping hell. I'm like, yo, bro, that's rough.
I know. Some of them are too rough for this channel.
That's why I didn't go for them. I'm like, yeah, YouTube's not gonna like this one. It's gonna be
there's a few that was like okay. So this band here, first one of my however many we're doing together. It's basically a Japanese grindcore band. If you've heard of grindcore, do you know grindcore? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
It's basically, in Wikipedia it says it's an extreme fusion genre of heavy metal and hardcore punk, originated in the mid 1980s. Okay. I mentioned grindcore. And the lyrical content includes many references to nature conservation, politics, and feces. The name is Bathroom Shitter. Bathroom Shitter. A Japanese band, which out of all the bizarre names, you would think the Japanese market would be a little bit toned down. And interesting enough, they have released 3 albums, and they've been running since 1996. Although their last album out was in 2005, so you know, I'll give you some of their names of their EPs. Fertilizer, 97 plus 3 shit points. One Fun, Markham Muck, Angels Save Us, Lifetime Shit List, Xmas, and the Skater Bulgaria.
Wow. Okay.
That's as far as I know who they are. I just like the name, and they did a live show in Germany in 2004. So this is definitely an older band. But when I saw the name, I was like, I have to bring it up. There isn't really much about them on Wikipedia. Not surprisingly, I guess, because it wasn't a huge band.
Yeah.
But you know, there we go. I wanted to bring in Bathroom Shitter.
All right.
That's the one.
Okay. Okay. Well, all right. So, all right. Continuing on with slightly dodgier band names.
Yeah.
Dogs die in hot cars.
Jeez.
I know, right?
Wow. Bathroom Shitter is bad, but that's morbid. I'm sure they're not a happy pop band.
Believe it or not, they actually are. They're kind of like a 80s style Max Headroom.
Dogs dying.
Oh man, what was the other band? What was the other band they remind me of? Electronic 80s style pop. They're actually, I was listening to some of their stuff. They're actually not bad. Like they're really like, wow, they're everything, recording, production, songwriting is actually pretty good. It's all very upbeat, very kind of pop.
Really? Off that name,
electro pop, 80s style electro pop with some pretty nice funk guitar playing in there. They're actually pretty good. I'll send you some links after the podcast.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I was quite impressed.
What's their history?
Just that other. I'm not too sure of their history. I listened to them a little bit more. I can find their Wikipedia quickly.
That's fun. I'm just interested to who they are. Besides an interesting name.
Let me check quickly.
Here, I thought you would do your research.
Sorry, I did. To a point. Dogs don't.
To a point. Did you do your job? Yes. To a point.
To a point.
Okay, I'm going to pay you to a point.
They're Scottish. They're a Scottish band.
Okay.
And yeah, they started playing together in 1993 at the age of 14. Crazy, hey? So the influences. Oh, that's the band that they remind me of. They sound like Talking Heads. That's the band I was thinking of.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So the influences are Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Beatles, and Talking Heads, but very Talking Heads. You can hear it. But yeah, no, dodgy band name, but really not bad music at all. If you like sort of your 80s electronic pop like Talking Heads, you'd probably enjoy this kind of stuff.
Okay. Nice.
Cool.
Well, I'm going to give you a band, and I'll be interested to hear what style of music you think that this band plays.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tell you the name after this. So the band's name comes from a newspaper story about an intoxicated man who climbed a tree and refused to come down even after police arrived. The headline was Squirrel Nut Zipper. The Squirrel Nut Zipper. And that is where they got their name from. They are called the Squirrel Nut Zippers. And I will tell you a little bit about the Squirrel Nut Zippers. What kind of feel of music would you think that the Squirrel Nut Zippers would be playing?
Oh, my soul. Jeez, like.
You won't get this one. It's not rock. It's not pop. It's not rock. It's not pop. It's not metal.
Okay. Bavarian folk music?
Bavarian? What the hell did you come with that one? It's an American swing and jazz band.
Oh, there we go. Okay. That was going to be my next guess.
Yeah. They were formed in 1993 in Chapel Hill. And there's actually a band that came out of that called Chapel Road. I think they're linked to the same era. Pretty good band, Chapel Road.
Right.
And so that they got going in 93. When I have a look at their past members line, it's literally 30 of them. They really must have had a ridiculous band karma, all sucked as musicians. 2, 4,
revolving
6,
door.
10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28 former band members.
Jeez, like.
And then now in this band, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 band members in this one. So you're looking all in all, 28 plus 9, 37.
Jeez, like.
There were 37 members. 37 people have played in that band sometime.
Wow.
And it's a fusion of Delta blues, gypsy jazz, klezmer, and other styles. What the hell is klezmer? Klezmer is Yiddish. It's an instrumental musical tradition of the Ashkenazi Jews of Central and Eastern Europe. The essential elements of the tradition include dance tunes, ritual melodies, and virtuosic improvisations played for listening. Okay. These would have been played at weddings and other social functions. The music genre incorporated elements of many other musical genres, including the Ottoman music, Baroque music. So actually, in some ways, you were kind of getting close to it when you said your original thing. And Slavic folk, dance, and religious Jewish music. That's quite a mix. Klezmer. So there is actually a genre called klezmer music.
Wow, I've never heard of that before.
Well, now you have, and you're welcome. Klezmer.
Sure.
And they're basically credited for contributing to the swing revival that occurred during the 1990s. Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. And the breakthrough single "Hell" with its calypso rhythm more closely aligned the band with the neo swing movement. It's a song called "Hell," but it's a calypso. I kind of don't really link the two things together. Do you? Hell, calypso. I don't know.
I like it. I like songs like that when they're like really, really happy and upbeat, but they've got like the darkest lyrics in the world. I love that. I love that that combination.
Well, there we go. And that, my friends, was the Squirrel Nutsippers. You're welcome.
Okay, so I've got one. This one you might have actually heard of, and they had quite a bit of commercial success in the 90s. But I just really love the band name, and that's Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Oh, I know Toad the Wet Sprocket. It's one of my favorite bands. Love their music.
Yes. Yeah, they're great. Their main single that we would always hear was a song called "Walk on the Ocean." That was their main.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very sort of, they sort of touted as an alternative rock band. They've actually formed in 1986, and obviously, but in the 90s, obviously got a little bit more. They were part of that whole 90s movement.
It's a good band.
Yeah, and their name. Do you know where they got? Do you know the story of how they got their band name?
I did when it first came out. I'll probably know when you tell me.
Yeah, so they got it. So they got it from a Monty Python skit. So there's a Monty Python skit where they introduce a band, and the band in the Monty Python skit is called Toad the Wet Sprocket. And if you're at all familiar with the absurdity that is Monty Python, you're not surprised. And you can just hear John Cleese in his way of saying Toad the Wet Sprocket. And I don't think you can get more absurd than that. But they're a cool band. They're very melodic, very simple, straightforward, cool songs. Yeah, folk rock, alternative rock, jangle pop, if you like.
Jangle? What the hell? I'm learning new genres every time we talk about this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they had some other singles, but I never really listened to a lot of them apart from that one Walk on the Ocean song. But a good band.
Yeah, they were very talented.
Yeah, they actually released their last full-length album. They released as their latest was 2021. So they're still going, they're still writing, they're still playing, which is awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, there you go.
Right.
All right.
Carrying
Hit us
on
with another one.
So when I upload our weekly video, it's our podcast, there is a little tag on there that says, "Is this suitable for children?" Now, in general, I just say no because kids aren't really going to give a crap about what we talk about. For this one, it's a definite no. Why? Because I'm talking about the aborted Hitler cock.
I saw that one come up when I was searching. I'm like, I'm not doing that one.
Well, you're welcome. They began in 2007. Their record label is called Torn Flesh Records, which sounds ideal. To find a history on these guys is very difficult. The only thing that I could find of an album is called. Yeah, if you think their name is bad, you want to. Right, definitely no kids allowed on this one. Their album is called Erections at an Animal Autopsy.
Wow. Okay, right, good, super. Woo! I was getting hungry. Started looking forward to breakfast. I'm now that you've cured me of that one. No?
Yeah. I mean, it always kind of makes me wonder, like, the people who come up with these names. I mean, the whole thing of dead dogs and hot cars, that's also it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, then again, we are talking about erections at an animal autopsy by aborted Hitler cock. That just sounds like the worst thing ever you could even put in one long sentence, which I just did.
I feel like I need to go and have a shower. No.
And they are a metal band.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Not surprising. And the style of music is gore grind. I didn't even know that was a musical type.
All right.
Do you know gore grind?
I don't. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by it though. I would assume the lyrics are very much.
So you don't know
everything.
The music? I mean, you don't know what gore grind is, or you do?
No, I'm making assumptions as to what the lyrical content would be.
Yeah, gore grind.
And if I hear the term gore grind, I would think a band like Cannibal Corpse, where all their lyrics are very much about just mayhem, dismemberment, all kinds of crazy extreme stuff.
Yeah, no. So this band, I basically have one thing written about them. It says that gore grind, which is the guitar is over distorted and tuned as low as the depths of hell, and has a cool, thick, and buzzsaw-esque tone. The vocals might be among the best that I've heard in that genre. He pushed the pitchings and effects to the extreme. The revolt is as dirty and sick as possible, with a very convincing liquid texture. Concerning the drums, they are quite well programmed, and the fact that they are provided by a drum machine. Okay, now they've lost some points. I mean, with the hardcore, you got a drum machine. The approach that I would make is that they are a bit too loud and overshadow the guitar in some parts. Tisk, tisk. Anyways, chaotic, over distorted, tuned as low as the depths of hell. I think that puts everything into perspective. And the hell that they are probably in is not calypso at all. I think it's a whole nother one. I don't think you could like write music and with such intense negative stuff. Anyway, let's move on. I think I need to wash my hands.
Well, keeping with the theme of sort of more extreme heavy metal. Have you heard of the Tony Danza tap dance extravaganza?
I know Tony Danza. I didn't know there wasn't.
I was wondering. I was like, do you remember Tony Danza?
Of course you do. Who doesn't?
I know. So the Tony Danza tap dance extravaganza are an American mathcore band. Have you heard of the genre?
No. That's why these bands' names are so strange, because they come from such bizarre styles of music.
Yeah. So so mathcore is also quite extreme heavy metal, but very, very technical drums, very crazy rhythms, all kinds of things. Think Dream Theater, but on another level, with very, very extreme screaming guttural vocals. So they're also known as a grindcore band, but mathcore is the more sort of where it gets just very, very technical, and it's all notes and riffs, and it's just not very melodic at all. But takes a lot of sort of high musicianship to actually be able to play that stuff. Don't ask me to play it because I'm not there.
I think so.
Yeah. So they were formed in 2004, and they took it because obviously they like the name Tony Danza, but then Tony Danza's his hobby is tap dancing, apparently. I don't know, whatever. And Tony so they decided that. So that's what they decided to do. So yeah, Interesting. I've listened to some of this stuff. It's actually, if you like that kind of music, it's very well done. It's very well played, very well produced. It's good music.
Yeah.
Not my vibe though. But
not your vibe.
No.
Okay. All right. What's the next one that I have on my list? This one is called the Plastic Bloody Knuckle Dusters, and they are from the UK. Obviously, with that kind of a name, it's a punk band. Okay. They are a British rock band, and their history, so that they got going in the 1970s, came through the 1980s. They're basically best known for their hard, progressive rock sound. This is like 1970s. When did they last have a track? They were good. So they also have a lot of past members. So this band kind of came from 1969, and they actually originated from another band called the Crazy World of Arthur Brown. Believe that or not. And then they've been going since like 1970, 1971. I'm just trying to find a little bit more of their history. They actually haven't done a huge amount since then. The last time that they put out anything was like in 1983. Probably the best one that I have that's oh wow, some of these names again of their albums that I'm looking at. Some do not want to say. One is Space Cowboy. One is no, I'm not going to say that one. I just like them because of their name. It was just a funky little name, and I was like, "Yep, that's all I really know about them." That are the rock band from the early 1970s and the early 1980s, and their biggest song was "Tomorrow Night" and "The Devil's Answer."
Wow. Okay.
Another dark song. Who knows why? Right. Moving on. I just like their name.
So this is Box Wine and Book Club.
Okay.
Now this is my only all-female band in this list. Box Wine and Book Club.
Okay.
Because girls like book club, right?
No, sure they do. Every single girl loves to do box wine and book clubs. It's so obvious.
So these are actually 5 single moms based in Boise, Idaho.
Let's go.
They really just got to the point where none of them could find a good man, and decided to learn instruments. They decided to learn instruments instead, and jam away the loneliness in between school runs, parent-teacher meetings, and useless Tinder dates. So that is how they now spend their time. And they decided to call themselves Box Wine and Book Club.
Oh, Books Club.
Books
clubs. Okay, Books Club. Okay.
And they're yet to move their jamming outside of the sleepy little town of Boise in Idaho. But they're starting to make waves. So watch the space when it comes to Box Wine and Book Club and these 5 ladies who decided
What style do they play?
They're sort of a rock band, but more sort of like really angry, grungy, alternative L7 type things.
Why is everybody angry?
Well, they can't find a good man, so they're really pissed off.
Love to know what books are reading in there.
Feminist books.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. We're running a little bit out of time here, so maybe we do like another 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. The one
I've literally got 2 left on my list. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to talk about this one because it's like everyone knows about this band. Really good band though. This is the only one that might be on your list that might be. They're called Puddle of Mudd.
I know Puddle of Mudd. Yes, they're not on my list though. Love that band.
So I will bring them up because they are a fantastic band. Puddle of Mudd. I listen to these guys a lot. I like their style. They were around in the 90s.
Yeah.
But interesting enough, their latest album, they've actually done one in 2023. and they sold over 7 million albums. One of their big hits was called Blurry, which was their main song. That's how pretty much people know about them.
Love that song. No,
and the album with that song, they were saying sold 5 million copies.
I've got that album, yeah.
And they're pretty much known as like a post-grunge band. So when I think of Puddle of Mudd, I think of Nirvana. I think of another band I loved, which I haven't put on the list. It's called Silverchair.
Oh, also dude,
a great band, Silverchair. So when I think of Puddle of Mudd,
yeah,
Silverchair is in there, Nirvana's in there. That kind of style of band that was really big in the late 90s, going into the 2000s, but definitely in the late 90s. Puddle of Mudd. And interesting, they actually signed with Fred Durst. Interesting.
That's what I was going to say. I think he was the kind of the guy who really sort of gave them their start, and I think he discovered them or something.
And Fred Durst, who may not know, is if I'm correct, is from Limp Bizkit, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Which also another great name and another great band.
Mm-hmm.
Right. On to you, buddy.
Okay, so here's another slightly more well-known band that you've probably heard of. That would be the Butthole Surfers.
I know the name, yeah.
Are you getting a phone call?
I am. Hold on.
Okay. Someone's Skyping you.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to make it stop ringing.
Okay.
Just hold for me here. Sorry, people. I'm trying to switch this thing off, and it's just. Give me a chance, people. Give me a chance. Hold on. Okay. Sorry.
Is it on your computer?
No, it's on my phone.
Oh, that's strange.
Oh, it's also coming through on my phone because it's linked with WhatsApp. No, but it can't be linked with WhatsApp. That's so strange. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what happened there.
All right, there we go.
Sorry for that. I was trying to work out, like, why is it ringing here and on there? And anyways, carry on.
Garrett's a popular guy.
Carry on. Sorry about that.
So I was talking about the Butthole Surfers.
Yeah.
Have you heard of them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, there we go. So yeah. Also, a bit of a dodgy name, but they were pretty cool. Also in the 90s, their major song that everyone would probably know is a song called Pepper.
Okay.
And I would always enjoy that song because Barney Simon would always play it on the Modern Rock chart on a Monday night after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's where I know a lot of these bands, but we didn't hear too much else from them. That was sort of their big sort of single. So they were formed in Texas in 1981. So it's interesting how a lot of those bands that really started making a sort of breakout in the 90s had started, in the 80s, early 80s, and been going for so long before the 90s alternative movement happened, and there was suddenly like, they actually suddenly got recognition.
Yeah.
So yeah. So they had little. So according to Wikipedia, they had little commercial success until in 1996 they released an album called Electric Larry Land. So obviously a play on words of Electric Ladyland, which was a Jimi Hendrix album.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. See, you learn stuff from the Spaghetti Junction podcast. Might be completely useless knowledge, but you learn shit. Okay.
Exactly.
There we go. And it went to in 1996. It went to #1 on Billboard's modern rock chart. So, and then obviously ended up having a really good career after that. I'm not sure how long did they go for. Sure, there's a lot on this Wikipedia page, man. Someone was a big fan. Good grief.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, Very cool band. Check out that song Pepper if you can. Good one. Yeah.
Nice.
I like that song. Okay. Really cool lyrical content. Yeah.
Final one. I think yours are finished, yeah?
I have one more, but maybe let's do yours and then we can finish.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because we still need to guess which one is our fake.
Let's have this
one more from you.
All right. This one I'm going to go with the band called Suburban Kids with Biblical Names, which is a fantastic name. Suburban Kids with Biblical Names. I don't know why that's only suburban, but obviously they know a lot of suburban people with biblical names. But I
know a few of those.
It's an actual Swedish band. Only 2 people, formed in 2003.
Okay.
And they put 2 songs on the internet, I like how it says, received warm listener response, whatever that means. They were signed, and then in 2005, they released their second EP. Their band is pretty much, the style of music is mostly pop. It's like a pop. It's and if you want to call it Swedish pop, it just sounds even poppier. I don't know what Swedish pop is, but I'm going to call it Swedish pop because they are from Sweden.
All right.
So I'm calling it Swedish pop. But I just like the name. I can't give you much more of a history than that. But they were from Sweden, indie pop, and it's called twee pop. TWEE. I thought it was twee pop. There's a pop called TWEE. And twee pop is a subgenre of indie pop. So many different genres of music. And yet, again, the Grammy Awards give out the same shitty to the same shitty bands and the same shitty people, but there's a gazillion different types of music genres out there.
Pretty much.
I have a quote. Yeah. I have a quote actually that somebody wrote that I wanted to share that was actually about the Grammy Awards that I thought very well. Says this. I think the Grammys are nothing more than some gigantic promotional machine for the music industry. They cater to a low intellect and they feed the masses. They don't honor the art or the artist for what he has created. It's the music business celebrating itself.
Yeah. No, the Grammys are pretty pointless at this stage.
Yeah.
No one cares.
I know. It's just so stupid. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother discussion, isn't it? I think we've really done it once and we got tired of it. It's like, no, there's no point in even bringing it up again.
We don't care. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. All right, champ. I'm going to go with, there's 2 of them that I sound pretty sus, but I'm pretty sure I know the one that's yours. So I'm going to tell you the 2 which is sus. I was first of all going to go with the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
Right.
But then you brought in Box, Wine, and Book Club. So between those 2, I can guarantee you one of them is yours. Now I'm going to go with
You're right.
I can guarantee one of them is yours. So don't give away which one it is, but I know one of them is. So going on your thought process, does Tony Danza, is he into tap dance? Possibly. Box, Wine, and Book Club, I thought that was quite clever. But it sounded, I don't know, it just sounded like a band that just angry mothers. So if I had named these, if I had done it, I would have made up Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
Okay.
If you were doing it, it's a difficult one. I'm leaning towards the Box, Wine, and Book Club. I'm leaning towards that one. But if you were trying to make up a cool name, Tony Danza, no. I think there is actually a band called the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. I really do. Because that's. Oh. But then again, Box, Wine, and Book Club, single mums. That's kind of clever. So, damn it. Okay. I'm going to go with one that you got all excited about doing. we're going to go with the. Sorry, people.
Gareth's at a loss for words.
You guys are working it out with me at the same time. Well, actually, not at the same time, but if you were. All right, Bruce, I'm going to go. Damn it, it's one of the two, and I may get it wrong. I'm going to go with the makeup the makeup name that you came up with is Box Wine and Book Club.
You are 100% correct.
Yeah, so there is a band called the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. I thought so. It's a random name.
Legit.
It's so cool. I thought they would be. But Box Wine and Book Club, that's a pretty cool name. It actually has, I think it is actually pretty cool. That actually could be a band name. They probably wouldn't be doing huge shows. It sounds more like a meet them at the bar kind of a band, but it's pretty cool. Box Wine and Book Club.
It could be an all-female indie alternative band. It would be it's definitely a female band name, but it sounds like an indie type of band.
Box Wine and Book Club.
Yeah. One of my students.
Yeah.
One of my students came up with a really cool band name, Camping Indoors. That's a very indie sounding name as well. I quite like that. Camping Indoors.
It sounds almost folky.
Yeah. It could definitely be something. So
either way, the band name that you began off with is great. The Oakley Doakleys. I really like that. I'm now going to do a bit of research on them because that's a funky ass name.
Buddy, right, please just remind me of your ones. I wasn't writing them down. It was Squirrel Nut Zippers. It was Puddle of Mud.
Where was one? Oh, the plastic bloody knuckle dusters.
Bloody knuckle dusters.
The bathtub.
I think that one might be one of my choices there. Like
the bathtub shitter is the other one.
Bathroom shitters. The bathtub shitters. Bathtub shitters.
And I think I did one of the toxic roosters.
No, you did the Hitler one.
The Hitler one. That was right. That was called. I'll tell you now what it was called. That was called
Aborted Hitler Cock.
Aborted Hitler Cock. That's right. Aborted Hitler Cock. That is very correct.
Sadly. I do know that is actually a band.
Okay. Then there's another one that I spoke about, which I really like, which is called the Suburban Kids with Biblical Names. That's another one. That's another one as well.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. I'm torn as well between
two of them.
I'm torn between the Squirrel Nut Zippers. Although you said it was very, very, unless you spontaneously gave all of those musical styles and everything off the top of your head, which I'd be really freaking impressed by.
Yeah.
They might actually be a real band. I think the other one I'd probably have to go with would be the Plastic Bloody Knuckle Dusters.
That's a good name.
I think that's the fake one. It's a great name. Flipping out, awesome.
It is.
Yeah, but I think it's fake.
No, you're right. I didn't really have enough time to really come up with like much of a backstory, so that obviously shown through. I like the Plastic Bloody Knuckle Dusters.
Very cool.
And I came with about maybe 10 seconds of thinking about a band name. Bloody Plastic Knuckle Dusters.
Yeah.
I've been in a band like that. All right. Well, there we go.
Awesome.
That's been fun. There we are, people. Thank you for listening and watching and all that kind of stuff.
Well, we've hopefully introduced you guys to some cool music. One of the other ones that I didn't get to, maybe you guys can go check this one out, was called Natalie Portman's Shaved Head. And they're actually not bad either. They're also like 80s electro pop style. Pretty cool. Go check them out. Natalie Portman's Shaved Head.
Nice. By the way, one thing we didn't mention right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which means only people who lasted right to the end of this will actually get it. This is episode 150.
Oh, flip. Yes. Congratulations. High fives. High five. There you go.
No.
Because we can't high five each other.
Try. Come on. Put your hand up, bro. Thank you. Beautiful.
Episode 150.
Yep. And we have a ridiculous topic at the end of it, which is actually quite good, actually. I think it ties in really well.
I think it does, yeah.
150 times have we sat and talked mostly nonsense about different topics that somehow we came up with 150 times. I have to say, we're damn good at what we do. Thank you to all the people who have been with us all this time or just been with us for one episode. We did it. 150.
Awesome.
Watch out, Joe Rogan. Yeah. Pretty much.
All right. Well, this has been the 150th Spaghetti Junction Podcasts.
Let's go.
My name is Bruce.
I'm Gareth.
Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all that good stuff. And we will see you for episode 151.
See you guys later. Bye-bye.